Y'all, I'm skipping Christmas, but there will be mugs. Y'all, I'm going to be enjoying my Christmas mugs with y'all. I'm skipping most of Christmas, y'all, most. And I'm okay with that. I feel better that I haven't, I have in my mind like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to bring in this. I'm going to do that. Yeah. So I posted that Trader Joe's things yesterday. It was too funny. Y'all have to laugh at this stuff. So I forgot my backpack, not the end of the world. Had enough money to get my half and half to have my good morning cup of Joe. Joe, the creamer from Joe, to have some Joe. I got the Fearless flyer, but I left it at work, so we'll go through that another day. Love my Mrs. Claus. And you know, so this summer, was it summer? Yeah, Zachy and Bailey and I went through a lot of, whenever we did it. Yeah, it was summer because it was hot. But we went through a lot of Christmas stuff. So that's super cool. And got rid of so much. And they sent me some pictures of their Christmas tree and some stuff I'd given them. So that was nice that they have a tree. But yeah, I'm just... Am I under construction? I don't know what I am, y'all. But what I have been doing in this depression, y'all, is all about dots. So when you start to use a color, you just kind of want to keep using it up, right? And so there is a thing called Self-Care December from Everything Art UK. And the theme is blue. Not sure I'm going to actually do stuff, but I did some purple. Hi, Clara. I did some purples. And I did some the sepia kind of color. It's on paper. I did some papers too. Yeah, so, and then I had already, here's my clear paper with marks. So I will cut that down, but so, and then you can use this as a whole background. You could rip it up and just use part of it, you know? And then you can make all kinds of different, I don't know if I showed y'all, if I did. Y'all just are going to have to forgive me. I just can't keep track of everything. You know, just with the paintbrush. I love that color. Whoa. And we've got white marks. This is called Cracked Pistachio, which is Tim Holtz. This is Dried Marigold. Look at this color. And then this was a stencil, which I kind of like that too, right? So you just use deli paper. So this I got ages and ages ago, probably from not Trader Joe's. I don't know, a lot of it you can get from Costco, that kind of place. And you use it, like here's one of my journals I'm going to be working on. And like I was working with the oil pastels and they really do leak. I kind of like that, but I don't want to. So you can put it in between that. And then you don't want to waste a drop of your acrylic, so, or anything. So this, I just found this in the garage. It's just an old weekly planner from 2013 to 2014. And then, so you just like mark off the paint, you know, you want to clean up your paintbrushes. And then, so acrylic takes longer to dry because it's super sticky. Like, should not be sticking to this, but there we are. But I had some big hunks, right? And with you know, it's literally cleaning off a thing, cleaning off your brush, cleaning off paper. So if I use the deli paper, like, hold on, like this, like to put my paint on, and at the end I'll just do that, and then you get a really cool pull. Well, why? That is crazy. That's supposed to stick. So yeah, so that is interesting that this stuff is really sticking. Huh. I've never had that happen, y'all. Wow, I wonder why. Okay, well, it doesn't matter because it would matter to me if something was drying that I wanted to work on. But what I'll do now, like, I love this. You know, and it's authentic. You can't reproduce that. Anyway, so this was some ink pad, you know. So I just jump around, you know. And then, let's say so I have backgrounds, right? don't have white pages. Like this one, the dots I like pretty much came out. I like that. So I will put that in my stash. Or what I'll do is I can glaze it, gesso it. It's about building up layers, right? So now I have a layer on there. So somehow this is saving my life, which is a good thing. Not necessarily what I want to be doing. Let me rephrase that. There's some things I would like to get done for my peace of mind. And, but I know how important this is to keeping myself together. And I'm so thankful because there's been times when, y'all, I need a haircut desperately. You know, I got to keep with one. I got to train myself, y'all, this year to have one book haircut. Oh, I know, and I need to make a doctor's appointment. Okay. So I had a meeting yesterday with my new nurse practitioner. And it was hard. I need to have earphones next time. So I was you can reserve these little rooms at the library. Most libraries are like that. But it was kind of echoey and my hearing's not the best. We're going to double my Ritalin, generic. But, you know, we're talking about my depression. It feels kind of urgent, but I don't remember the name of what he prescribed me. He didn't want to necessarily change my antidepressant, but try that you add something to it. Y'all, I really can't even explain it, but the side effects are, and he explained stuff to me, and he's like, it's probably not going to happen, but I want you to be aware because I want you to stop immediately and call me. And I thought to myself, so I'm reading these ingredients. Side effects are wild. Like you feel like you have a tick or like you have to move. I'm like, if I could think of the name of it, I'd tell y'all, and then you could Google it. It's nuts. So I thought to myself, okay, have I done everything I can do to help my depression, to help my brain? And the answer is no. Now, have I done everything I'm capable of doing, right? There's a difference. So I'm really going to, I don't know. I really want to really work on that kind of like nutrition and, movement. Now, nutrition, I'm not eating a lot of junk or anything like that, but am I filling my body up with good food that my body needs for energy, for my brain to work, to help the brain fog, to help overcome depression? So that's a different thing, right? And what's so crazy is I wanted to get like a bag salad at Trader Joe's, and I wanted to get an orange and just a couple things. And of course I couldn't, but I got my creamer, my oat milk. At first when I was looking, the spot it was empty, and I thought, no. I'm getting my creamer. So I thought, okay, calm down. Maybe they just moved it around. Don't like that, Joe's. But anyway, they had moved it and it was there. So, now normally I buy a bunch at a time because if you don't open this, it's good till February. But I'll do that. I'm going to run by Thursday morning. But it was interesting. It was busy, but I think I would have gotten more than I'm going to get tomorrow, if that makes sense. Because I had time. It's like just this year. Doesn't mean next year you can't get all that peppermint candy and this and that, but just this year. We're not going to do it. Let's take the money that we're going to save. Let's buy some salmon. Let's buy some shrimp, right? So if I take that money I'm buying for cookies and stuff like that, and put it towards better quality, like protein. But so one of my dear coworkers, she's lovely, Nazrin. She's Iranian, and I'm expanding my food palette because of her. She's a phenomenal cook. Phenomenal. And I had been asking about soups. I've been asking people, I have a friend from mainland China. I'm like, well, what do you guys, like, what, if you were sick, like, what is a soup your mom would make you? Or, that kind of thing. Because I'm pretty sure it's not egg drop. But anyway, so Nazrin was telling me about this soup. She brought me in a big thing of this soup. And she also brought me, I'm going to cry. It was so loving. A little container of a salad. Okay, so we're going to make this. It had couscous. I had to write it down. It had corn, had chickpeas, it had little tiny red beans. So I've already got them, and I'm picking up some Walmart food. You're going to do a Walmart pickup. Got some little tiny red beans. And I also want to get dry beans and start doing that because it's cheaper, so much cheaper, and probably healthier. There was little pea. Oh, I forgot peas. So I'll get that at Trader Joe's tomorrow. There was little peas, little tiny. She cuts things up. Oh my God, you guys. We're going to have to work on the cutting up. But tiny little pieces of red onion, peppers. And I guess it's a white couscous. I don't know. Quinoa. And I've been threatening y'all for years to make quinoa. I think it's quinoa, right? You will tell me, Allie, you will tell me how to pronounce it. I think, and then she just used fresh lemon and lemon juice and olive oil and like a little smattering of seasons. I got that green goddess would be like good. And I couldn't tell if it was parsley, but I got cilantro because y'all, I love cilantro. And she cut it up beautifully. So that's going to be part of my patience is cutting up vegetables, right? Like and I'm going to take y'all with me. So I thought, people don't care to see me to have to try JoJo, right? They're just like enjoying time with me and my reaction to things. So we are moving. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to have a dessert. I'm not trying some new stuff at Trader Joe's because I'd lie to y'all. I'm really in deep conflict over the pretzel bread pudding. It just sounds so different. So I thought, well, that would be good marketing to taste test, right? Or would I rather get the little gingerbread squares? I don't know. I'm trying to make choices. I definitely going to try the chocolate mochi. But my brain's like, well, just, get the strawberry, the vanilla, and the chocolate. I'm like, no, we're just going to try the chocolate. We know we like the strawberry. So, yeah, I think I was scared straight a little bit. Now, I am so lucky because my depression, I can function, right? Like, there are people at work who would think, what do you mean you're depressed? Like, on the surface. Because it's funny. I get more quiet, of course, when I feel like that because I'm reserving all my energy. But, and then one of my coworkers is working on anxiety. And so she was showing me her little, her husband had made her a little thing of vegetables and dips and nuts. And she likes those long sticks of meat. I can't think of what they're called. I'm not a big fan of those, but So I got a couple books and cookbooks because that's what I do. And yeah, I thought now I'm gonna meet either I'm going by myself and then Michelle might have to wait for somebody to come to our house. So anyway, I'm going to H Mart with or without Michelle, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a walk because it just sounds so wonderful to, and I can even, y'all, well, it depends. Like we know Trader Joe's has, I'm all over the place. So my ADHD medicine, I'm not sure it's the right fit, but I want to double it and spend some time with it. Add the good food, add the exercise, add the meditation, and just see if I get to a place where it's okay. So the walk. Y'all, and I could cook up meat and then freeze it, y'all, because I'm going to have a little tiny extra freezer. And, just do some quick vegetables, throw the meat in. So I'm really thinking of how do I make this work for me on days where I just can't imagine I can't go buy McDonald's and get some chicken nuggets, right? Basically non-food food. But that's the thinking. But I also, we're having our kitchen redone at work and the contractor was there and I was talking to him about my refrigerator. And he said he thinks it's fine in the garage. But I said, okay, what do I look for that it's not okay in the garage? And he said, if the food in the refrigerator part starts to freeze, it's not functioning correctly. So I thought, okay, why don't I do that? I'll keep an eye on it, right? And then if that starts to change, then I can bring it in the house, right? That seems reasonable to me and calmer. So, and I don't know. I thought, well, maybe I could put a little blanket around it. I don't know. But, yeah. So the other thing I need to work on is pausing, right? The pause. Like, yes. So here's an example. I mean, other than, of course, going without my backpack, but sometimes there's divine intervention because I'm telling you right now, I'd be returning all the stuff I bought. I'm totally going to switch, but I do want to do taste tests. I do want to try stuff. But I want to kind of I'm not going to, next time I probably won't buy any more. Like as I go through my crackers, I'm probably going to not buy any for a while. That kind of thing, And if I want cookies, I can make cookies, right? And chances are I'm too lazy to make the cookies. So that's what's happening in my head. The walking thing. It's interesting. I saw a thing on Instagram about ADHD and it said that one of the best things to do is to walk in the cold. And it's like when people jump in ice cold water or take a cold, he's like, you're not going to be happy while you're doing it, but later your brain is going to love this and it's going to function differently. Well, there goes that excuse, y'all. I mean, other than if it's icy, nobody wants to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to remain calm. But okay, I was going to tell you. So I was bringing a dish home, one of my really good Pyrex covered things. It has a little division, love that. And it fell out of my bag at work, but it didn't break. Now, one would think you would put it down and maybe zip it. It can't come out. Yeah, well, no. So I'm coming to my garage and it just flew out and broke. And then I wanted to have a tantrum, but I'm like, no. How about we have a new thing that, one, we have a bag just for food. Dishes going out, and it zips. So I have one just for drinks now. So I said, okay, it's a Pyrex thing. It's okay. Not a big deal. But it was in, and then I couldn't find my broom. It's 9:00. I am tired. It is cold in my garage. I found my rake and sort of raked everything away. So I need to go out a little early and clean that mess up. So today's Wednesday and I am going to, my mat should come. So I'm still going to keep that goes under the refrigerator because if it's leaking at all, then I'll see it, right? So I'm going to do that if it fits. So that comes today. then I'm going to work on all that on Friday. But anyway, back to the walk. So I will give up another frying pan for this walk. But I like the idea of that. And I can run into different grocery stores and get different vegetables to try, because it's really just not about not eating junk. It's about adding good food, right? It's sometimes I just don't eat a lot, but that's not helping my brain. So I'm excited about that. And, just even having some chicken, throwing some broccoli, throwing in, make a little sauce, maybe throwing some nuts or whatever. You guys have some good ideas. And of course, I have access to 3 million recipes. Well, 500 million recipes, right? So anyway, right now I'm just taking a breath. Normally I just my brain goes 100%. Well, we're going to do, I'm like, no, we're just taking a moment. It's all about the pause. Think about zipping up a bag. Do I have my purse? What do I want to eat in this moment? You just feel like you want sugar, but let's take a breath and let's have some different options. But that salad was so good, so filling and yummy. I just, and if I feel hungry, I could eat more of that. It's just, it's just little peas in there. Y'all, did I take a picture? Yeah, I'll try to post that on my tab. I took a picture to show Beverly. So maybe I'll go in my car today and we'll taste test this soup. Now, I think I'll like it. But also I want to do some vegetable soups. Just going to have some, it's a perfect time for soups. One of the things I want to get is some miso broth that comes in a thing at Trader Joe's. And again, you can throw in bok choy. You can throw in shrimp. You can throw in just veggies, right? So our party at work is coming up. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, because my supervisor is vegetarian. So I think what I'm going to do is, the only thing I would need to get are tomatoes, little tomatoes. But that feta thing, oh my gosh, the pasta. So you cook the pasta. No. I'll just read. So you take the feta chunk and put it. You use shallots. Y'all, I have to read that recipe. And tomatoes. You bake that in the oven. And then you make your pasta. When the pasta's done, that's done. You put it in. Yumminess. So that's perfect. So you can try that. I have feta. I have pasta. I'm getting some shallots from Walmart. I wish my iPad worked because I could read you what I ordered from Walmart. But I got some beans. I got some different vegetables. I got oranges, bananas. Oh, there's a feral cat. Always makes me nervous. How do you let your cats out? I know some people do. And cats would probably rather have a shorter life and be outside, but y'all, that's why I have to become part feral. Feral girl outside in the cold, walking, dancing, singing in the rain. I didn't even look at the donuts. I'm very proud of they have the best. Walmart's plain cake donuts taste like my grandmother's. Not perfectly, because it doesn't have the love. Grandma had love. But they are the best. I didn't even think about putting them on my list. So, it's about $80-ish, something like that. Eggs. Y'all, we got to get our eggs going. I need some boiled eggs. So let's try some interesting, making some healthy food. Let's do this. Let's go on a health journey. Let's figure out how I can help my depression, my ADHD, with food choices, moving, meditation, and none of these have side effects except feeling better. But this freaked me out. What is the name of this drug? But it's an antipsychotic drug, something. But so I think the theory is you use a small amount of it, and it's like chemistry, right? And my Beverly's like, oh, I don't know if I like this person. That's what people do. That's what doctors do. It's about medicine. It's about chemistry, like he said. Like with the Ritalin, which I take the generic of, but I can't begin. I told him, I said, can you just call it Ritalin? I don't care. I just don't want to learn that name, whatever it is. Now, would brand name Ritalin work better than this? Who the hell knows, really? So I just thought, okay, I'm willing to try something. But when I saw the side, and he told me, you know, I told Beverly, look, he said, number one, he told me, these are the things we need. Like, okay, with the Ritalin, it was heart palpitations, which I didn't really have. I will say sometimes in the afternoon, and I don't know if this is acid reflux, I get anxiety and it like with Adderall, it localizes in my stomach. This was localizing a little bit more, but it's nothing. I just take it and I go somewhere and I do some breathing. But, you know, he's telling me the side effects. He's like, if you feel this, you immediately stop and call me right away. Call me. But he's like, you know, all drugs have side effects, right? You know, you may have dizziness. I don't want dizziness. And one of the things that could affect if you have diabetes, I thought, there was nothing there. I thought, yeah, I've been having dizziness. I don't want to make, hi, Clara. So, yeah. So I thought, okay, now, what if I can't? The healthy food I can do. I don't know what my issue is with movement. I guess, you know, I'm a strong-willed person. I am just going to have to harness it. But today, so I got to go get my Walmart pickup. And I don't like, it's between work, here at home and work, and it's just easier to do it now and deal with the refrigerator at work and how I'm going to fit everything in. But yeah, so I got some really good stuff. And I will admit, I got 2 ice cream things for Mark and Sue and I to try. I don't want to show, well, they're Christmas. I can't, I'm going to show, we'll have a surprise. I need to book up a time with them too. And we're just going to forget about pumpkin. But yeah, so that's what's going on. So like this quinoa salad, because I always think of salad, y'all, as like lettuce based. The other thing I saw on Instagram, okay, so you take a big old iceberg head of lettuce, and this guy just cut it in half. Now I'm not doing that. And he put hamburger and vegetables and cheese, and it looked so good. And I thought, look, I can cut into 4s, because I can't, my mouth is not that big. But I thought that looked really yummy, right? And I know when you remove yourself from all the, like right now on my list from the Joe's is sourdough bread. It's off the list, just for now. No, off the list. Gingerbread cookies, off the list. So if I want gingerbread cookies, I can make gingerbread cookies, y'all, because, you know, I'm lazy. That's the truth. So that's what's going on. I'm I don't know. Sometimes I get into a depressed mood where I am unreachable. Like I couldn't even talk to y'all every day. And that I know is a problem. So, and even Beverly, when I can't talk to Beverly, and she and I were talking, she's known me a long time. And she said, you know, since I've known you, you've had these depressive episodes. So it's not just the pandemic. It's just not my mother dying or all the death I've had, all the loss or the Adderall. Who knows? Because there might have been times during my whole life where my ADHD was was ruling the day, and I didn't even know about it. But she said, you've actually gone longer this time than before. And I get to a point, and there's an anger in me, and I get angry, and I just want to get rid of everything I own. I want to move away and not know anyone. How isolating and horrible is that? That's a horrible side effect. So anyway, I'm going to work my way through that. And, you know, if I'm just depressed talking to you all, you can skip that episode. But I know most of you that are watching care, and I appreciate it so much. And the ones that have reached out to me, yeah. I'm not okay, but that's okay, right? I'm not okay, but that's okay. You know, and I'm laying low on Instagram, so if I haven't replied to you, it's just the amount of stuff coming up about what's happening in the Middle East literally makes me want to vomit when I see it. I mean, I want to go vomit, and I can't. It's like, I know some people can see it, and I don't know. I don't know what you do with the horror of all that. Just to see them make me cry. It's just so horrible. And here I am, obsessing because I can't get these Tim Holtz daubers I want in every color. I mean, really, it's just bizarre. But I'm just handing that over to God and, just call Tim Holtz up and say, hey, where do I just send my paycheck to you? But I know art is not about what you have. It's about what you do. It's about being in the moment. So I'm trying to let when I feel like I want. Did you guys say it's that dopamine hit? I don't know what that is. I want to make a list. So when you really want to shop or, and I really haven't been, I'm getting my Walmart stuff, but I didn't add any non-food things. I didn't even look. There's 2 tops I really want, but I'm not shopping this year. So next year I can get it. And, I have one. Some of the quality is really good. Some's not. But I don't wear my clothes tops all the time, so they last longer. But I'm like, you wait till January. And honestly, one of the side effects that I'm going to like in my new regime is losing weight instead of having muscle tremors. I don't know. But I'm so lucky, y'all, and blessed because my depression, when I'm in that place where I really can't make a different choice, I know it will pass. It doesn't feel like it will, but I know it will pass. And Beverly and I were talking about, so I'm going to write myself a disclaimer letter. Yeah, I'm always trying to entertain that Beverly. She's one of my best subjects. Because she's got French heritage, y'all, and sometimes it's French. There's a thing called French exit. And okay, so back in the day, we had the golden staff, the golden time, right? And when we would have a party or, we had people who knew how to do things. And all of a sudden, we would laugh. Beverly did not say goodbye to anyone. Like, all of a sudden, you would see her taillights heading out the exit because we all are long goodbyers. Like, you get stuck another 20, 30 minutes. My friend Nancy and I, we would laugh. And Robin was like, oh, there's Beverly. So, but there's a thing called French exit where you just leave. It's not about, very American, bye. See you tomorrow. See you later. Da, da. No, not my girl Bev. She's got her French side. And sometimes when we're talking and she really isn't having to say, there's silence. And yeah, so anyway, so when I get her going, it makes me happy. But anyway, so my thought was a disclaimer. So I'm going to write, maybe this will make me viral, y'all. I'm going to write myself, I Tracy acknowledge that if I go on this I remember when Mimi and I were in North Carolina and we were going, if you ever the Outer Banks, go on the Wild Horse Tour. It is phenomenal. It is so much fun. You got to have a good back though, because you got to get up in this Jeep and you bounce like crazy in the sand. But anyway, you just sign all these disclaimers and acknowledge that if I, get hurt, if I have this side effect that, I will not hold this company liable. And then we were going on a biplane for my mom's birthday the first year after she died. And, I'm just not kind of the girl that's going to hop on a biplane. But Mimi and I were hysterical because we just show up at the hangar. It was $300. The guy's like, you got your cash? Give him the cash. She's like, okay, let's go. Not a disclaimer. Mimi's like, we're going to die. No one's going to know it. I said, well, they'll find my car, right? Not a disclaimer. We're up in the air. And then this guy says, it was an old plane the teachers use, right? So where we were, there was another set of pedals. And he's like, don't touch these pedals. And Mimi's next to me, she goes, we're dying. Because you're not, she's like, you're going to touch the pedals, right? I'm like, not on purpose. But it was so exhilarating and so much fun. And I'm so glad we did it. I have pictures, Mimi sent a pillow of her and me. And it was just amazing. So anyway, good memories. Disclaimer. So Tracy, being of sound mind and body or not, tell my other self or I will not hold you accountable for all the terrible side effects I am going to get from eating this particular food or for not exercising. So I, Tracy, release whatever, that if I'm choosing not to exercise today, therefore when the brain fog and the, crankiness and the fatigue kick in, I am not holding, Tracy, the one, I don't know, responsible. Like something that I have to read through that would be like, because it's a pause, right? It's like, okay, do I want to sign this away? Because sometimes you think, you have to read all this and you sign and you think, what am I signing? Like, so if your machine drops on me during an MRI and kills me, you're not liable. But yet you have to get an MRI, right? Anyway, I think this is kind of genius, y'all. A little personal disclaimer. But really, for someone with my brain that just like on the train heading out to crazy town, but it's about habits and repetition, and I got to get Beverly. You love the idea. So that's, we're going to work on our disclaimers. So maybe when I get mine written, I will share it with y'all. It's just about being in the moment, right, Clara? Clara, can you sign a disclaimer that if I give you more food like you want? Clara, I guess, is my shadow self running around desperate for food. I always say, no, Clara, give it 20 minutes and your stomach will feel full. But she's just a cat and she wants what she wants, my little girl. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Yeah. But again, just because I can be high functioning, and of course that's all relative, right? But I am thankful because some people have depression, y'all, and I was trying to explain to the brain guy, I'm like, it just feels like a terrible flu. Like you're not sneezing, you're not all that, but every muscle aches and you have like that brain that does not want to think and you just barely can get up. And, when you have the flu, you don't want to take a shower, you don't want to eat properly, you don't want to move, you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to do anything. So that's kind of how it feels like. And what are you doing? Huh? So, yeah. That's what's going on. But I am making dots. Is this warding off a mental breakdown or is this just a healthy sign? But this didn't cost me money. I already have all this. It's building up my stash, if you will. And then one of the other things I did, I don't know what I got on here, but I'm going to do something that's annoying me, so I just started, I need some matte medium. I had a glue stick, but I just started ripping up, just throwing collage elements down. So this is just the first layer. Then I'm going to add color, and, I've seen so many good classes, and you tend to like, oh, I love that. No, over. So anyway, and it's a little small thing. So this is going to be my playbook. And then I've had a lot of art books out from the library. So like instead of making copies, because I'm not making copies anymore, it's just such a waste of money and time, everything. So one of them was just showing like a watercolor layout, right? Like you start with that. So I just actually sat down and did the things I liked. And then the other thing, and I thought, oh, you'll remember how to do this, Tracy, and I don't, is so you take a paper clip, and this is just some fabric, and make a little thing. I cannot remember how I did this to save my life. So I'm gonna have to Google it. And there you go. So just little stuff like that. So now I'm gonna I gotta eat something, and maybe I'll make some chia pudding and get in the shower, get dressed. After 9, make a couple of my appointments, and then I'd like to spend a little time in the garage before I leave. I'd like to get all that glass up for sure, because I haven't been parking because it's in disarray because of that refrigerator. And I would like to take just one box and go through it quickly. Throw it in another box. I don't know how much I'll have by the time I go to Goodwill on Friday, but even one box is one box gone, right? So I want to do that, and then I'm going to head out to the Walmart and get that. Yeah, that's what's going on. So normally on my late days, I take lunch like 5, and it's already kind of dark. So maybe I'll have to rethink that and take my lunch earlier, and then just have like a snack later. I don't have to eat just because it's my lunch, and get out and get a little walk in before it gets dark. So yeah, I have to really sit down and make a schedule and have it in my book, and then just look and just don't think about it. Just follow my schedule. Yes, that's what I am. It's a non-negotiable. My brain's like, well, we'll negotiate. No, it's non-negotiable. So today, what am I going to eat? Well, I got my good soup to try. And I need to restock some of my frozen stuff from Trader Joe's. And it's really surprising, other than, yeah, you probably shouldn't have processed food, but that some of the Trader Joe's frozen foods really rate high on yucca. So, yeah, so we'll do that. I want to do some of my favorite things for lunch, my favorite non-Trader Joe's, non-Trader Joe's, non-food stuff, and maybe think about what my top 10 favorite things were this year. And the Fearless Flyer, y'all. I did grab that. That was free. So I can tell you right now, looking at it, it's going to be a lot different experience. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. And I'm going to get back in my groove because this is important to me. And, just like bathing, clean clothes. But get my hair cut, y'all. And I think I'm not going to do a color right now because I'm not feeling it. I don't do it just to do it. I have to be in the mood for it and think of what color I may want. But I was thinking kind of like a deep, deep maroon might be fun, but not now. That'll be in the new year. But yeah. Okay, guys, take care. I'll see you soon. And if you're new, God bless you. Oh, and I have to do my weight loss story. Let me write that, y'all. And then I don't look at it. I got to get the book out and train myself on the book. All right, namaste. I will see you soon. And yeah, I'm going to post this no matter what. And then we'll do some, we'll see. Maybe at lunch, I'll take a quick walk, and then I can do a little Walmart haul from my car. All right, guys, take care.